For listeners who are watching on video, you can see that it's now dark out for David and I. And we took a break to go have dinner and then reconvene. And
/ put baby to bed.
yeah, I was thinking to myself over dinner, man, like, I don't know if we're doing a good job with this episode. It's not really a cohesive story. And then I think it kind of hit me that, like, that is the point. Amazon was doing so much stuff so fast concurrently and learning from it that it's kind of a brute force pathfinding algorithm that has a bunch of concurrent stuff going on. I mean, it's unbelievably entrepreneurial. It is the most successful scale innovator in the world that has ever existed. The two pizza teams thing, which I'm sure many people are familiar with.
Which I think might have been a Rick Dalzell innovation.
Oh, interesting. The fact that for decades, most of the best entrepreneurial and talent in Seattle just stayed at Amazon.
Right.
And the knock on Seattle for so many years was that, thank God Amazon's a pretty big kind of bureaucratic company at this point, and people are leaving to start companies.
Oh, the best people stayed. Look at Jassy.
Totally. The biggest impediment to the Seattle startup ecosystem was the fact that Amazon facilitated entrepreneurship over and over and over again for people at all stages in their career with all levels of ambition. And is really, really impressive, but doesn't really make for a clean story.
Yeah.
And rather than sort of beating myself up over that mid-episode here, I was like, I think that's actually the point. Let's do hardware. Let's do a subscription business. Let's buy a bunch of planes. I mean, they started the company and IPO'd within 3 years. So like everything that this company has ever done has been super fast and often concurrent.
Yep. How did you phrase it? I think you texted me. The surface area of this company is just immense.
It's just ludicrous. Yes, it's so large. It's kind of impossible to cover. I actually made a list when I was sort of thinking about, okay, is this maze thing the right analogy of things that failed and then they backed up and turned left and tried another thing instead, and sort of this heat-seeking brute force algorithm. It's incredible when you look at auctions, zShops. We didn't even talk about the Sotheby's partnership where they were
oh yeah, oh my gosh,
trying to do a Borders style thing with Sotheby's.
We didn't talk about the Fire Phone.
The Fire Phone, A9 search engine, which was just wildly underfunded relative to Google search engine. BlockView, which was the predecessor to what Google figured out with huge investment to make Street View, investing tens of millions of dollars in startups like homegrocer.com and pets.com. It is just over and over and over again, there's these huge failures. And yet, it's the most successful company of our time. There's so many other companies where, compare it to Elon Musk, for example. You look at SpaceX, it worked. Tesla, it worked. PayPal, it worked. Boring company, we don't know yet, but seems like it could work. Neuralink, jury's out, it's really early, but it's not a failure. He doesn't go start these things that are completely dead ends the way that Amazon did dozens and dozens and dozens of times. But Amazon is so damn good at learning. So there's this great quote, again, in the 97 letter, which is, "We will make bold rather than timid investment decisions where we see a sufficient probability of gaining market leadership advantages. Some of these investments will pay off, others will not, and we will have learned another valuable lesson in either case." And my big takeaway is, if you're going to look at Amazon as a straight line, it was a philosophical straight line. It was a strategically squiggly line, but it was a tactically random set of dots that there was just a fact-finding algorithm going to figure out.
Man, I love that. That is such a good point. But that was the strategy. Jeff says it in the shareholder letters all along.
Yep, absolutely.
Who got the truth? Is it you? Is it you? Is it you? Sit me down, say it straight. Another story on the way. Who got the truth? Who got the truth now?